If you've reached this point, we are now at Erosion Station 3, and you are in the middle of this activity. Woo! So I'm going to open station number 3, water. And I'll start with the reading. If I can open it. There we go. On your quiz, I'm going to be asking questions based on the readings you had to do, and it's important that you read the entire reading, not just hunt for the answers. Nevertheless, I will go over the answers. Okay, question 1 says, if I can get to it, the major cause of erosion. And the right answer for that is moving water. Water that moves over the Earth's surface is called runoff, all one word. And the amount of runoff is determined by 5 factors, and you could have these in any order. Factors are the amount of rain that an area receives, how much vegetation or plant growth is in the area, the type of soil, the shape of the land, and how people use the land. Question 4, how does a waterfall form? A waterfall forms where a flat layer of tough rock lies over a layer of softer rock that erodes easily. When the softer rock erodes, pieces of the harder rock above break off, and that creates an area of sharp drop where the water can just fall over the sharp drop. A stream that flows into a larger stream is called a tributary. And I actually found a picture of a tributary for you. And where did I put it? Actually, there's a good picture of the Mississippi River here. And all these other rivers that feed into the Mississippi are tributaries of the Mississippi River. There's a Google image. I'm going to look it up again. I like this one. So you can really see the tiny little river feeding into the larger river. Okay, what is a drainage basin? A drainage basin is the area drained by a main river and its channels. So if you look at this large river and all of its tributaries feeding into it, this entire area that's surrounded by the dotted line is the drainage basin of that river. All this land, any rain that falls here, if you pour a cup of water onto the ground, it's eventually going to flow downstream and into this river and eventually to the ocean. The Mississippi has a huge drainage basin. It's this entire green area. Look at that, all the way up into Canada, way out west, and very far east as well. All this area, all the water runs into the Mississippi and down to the Gulf of Mexico. Okay. What is an alluvial fan? An alluvial fan is a wide sloping deposit of sediment formed where a stream leaves a mountain range. And I Googled some images for you. So as the stream is coming down out of the mountains, as the water slows down, it's going to drop all of the sand that it was carrying. And these are all images of an alluvial fan. What is a delta? A delta is a flat, sandy area that is formed by sediment being deposited at the mouth of a river. Mouth of a river is where a river meets the sea, and the current slows down as it reaches the ocean, and a delta is usually triangle shaped. So here I found a picture and enlarged it of the Mississippi Delta. So the green is where the land ends, and then all this grayish brown is all just sediment that the river carried, and all the way even down out into the ocean. Why are areas near deltas so fertile? Again, fertile means that it can sustain a lot of plant growth. And deltas are very fertile because minerals and materials carried by the river are dropped at the delta, and they provide very rich soil. Okay, that is the end of the reading. And you had to do 2 summaries about the videos. So the first video, I wrote, water exerts a force onto rock and sediment and carries sediment along with it. The Grand Canyon, for example, was carved by water erosion. I'm going to pause for a minute and I will have the summary for video number 2 and any remaining questions in part 2 of this video.